Okay, like I said, there's nothing quite like using a factory tool. So we got our nut all loosened up, set that aside, set our gear aside, because this will go back together on the transmission final assembly. So now let's finish up this installation. Now, got the shim all checked, so let's get our new sealing rings, put them on here. Find out where my gap is. There we go. The lower, the tab faces up. So we're going to get that into the, there we go. Yeah. This first one, top one faces down. Like I said, we're using a new steel support here. Yeah. Got our sealing rings on. Now we can put the Sprag in. Remember, the hardening edge faces up, the flat edge faces up, the cupped edge faces down. We'll line this up with our blind splines and the gap to go on. There. Spins, freewheels counterclockwise, locks clockwise. Okay. We've already measured our clutch clearance, so we've got the right snap ring in there. All right. Now our snap ring. Perfect. Now our direct clutch that we did before, little lubrication there and down onto the, see that? Spins, freewheels counter, locks clockwise on the Sprag there. Now remember, you can put your bearing in here, the one that looks like that, or not. I'm okay with leaving it out because they don't make them anymore. If you have one that's not in good shape or you lose it or throw it away, whatever, really don't care. Then on with our snap ring, on with our sun gear, and get it down on there. And remember, the snap ring has 3 little tabs on it. Those 3 tabs go down. Very critical, because if you put it in up, you have a lot more play on this sun gear, and it may not go down into the case when we install it for final assembly into the case itself. So we're going to get that down there and just push it in. There you go. That's the completed compounder. Okay, we're going to put the gears on before we go. One other little thing I'd like to show you before I head on out here. This is a nice tool from Adaptacase, thank you, Dwayne, that screws on here after the gear's off. Say this is left in the case. Sometimes these can be real fidgety about coming out of the case. Well, this nice little tool fits onto the splines, and it has 3/8 and 5/16 threads for your pump puller. Then you just give this a whack and it comes out of the case. So that's a real neat tool. The other thing I've seen some guys do is they'll take an old nut and they'll make a little bridge and weld a little bridge to the old nut, and so they can get in there with a big puller and pull this out of the case this way. So that's a couple of different ways to get it out of the case. Real nice tool here. So that's the disassembly and assembly of the compounder unit for the 62 TE. My name is Bill Brayton, and this has been another Virtual Training Solutions video powered by ATRA.